moving forward, we got to talk about what happened on the other side of the football field today on Thursday Night Football. The Dolphins looked straight up abysmal. They're just an absolute joke out there. Yeah. Mike McDaniel looked as mad as we've ever seen him. We had fans wearing brown paper bags over their heads out there for this game. Fellas, Tua Tagovailoa, Mike McDaniel, this entire thing. We'll start with Tua. Should Tua's time be up in Miami at this point?
Hey, wait, before we start, why do they always do this?
I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than PrizePicks. Football season is here and basketball season is here, so there's absolutely no better time to join. It's super easy to use. To create a lineup, all you got to do, select a few player stats, pick more or less. That's literally it. PrizePicks is available in more than 40 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Georgia. But my favorite thing, PrizePicks is going to give you $50 in lineups when you make your first $5 lineup. What's that mean? Win or lose, you get $50 in lineups for free. Just download the app and use promo code Speakeasy today. $5 gets you $50 in lineups. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
The bag, I'm trying to figure that out.
You're ashamed to put on that jersey, man.
Yeah, you're ashamed.
You're ashamed to put on that jersey. You don't want to be seen supporting that team.
You don't want to be seen.
Okay. Okay.
I feel him.
Yeah.
Because as much as I rep Tua publicly, somebody get your boy a paper bag, because sometimes I feel like I don't want to be seen.
Paper bag in the back. We need one.
Relax. Let me sound off real quick, bro.
Please do.
Tua's time in Miami, it has to be done because Tua is descending while the rest of the AFC and AFC quarterbacks are ascending. And what I mean by that, if y'all really know the Miami Dolphins, remember in 2022, it was week 2. The Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins, they face off against one another. Tua Tagovailoa goes 36 for 50, 6 touchdown passes, just 1 interception, has a miraculous comeback versus the Baltimore Ravens, and they win that game 42-38. We are a far cry from 2022 Tua Tagovailoa. We are a far cry from 25 touchdown, 8 interception Tua Tagovailoa. We are a far cry from the 11-6 Miami Dolphins. So while Tua and the Dolphins have stayed stagnant, and I would suggest they have descended, you have teams like the Baltimore Ravens that have at least stayed at the same level, or they have ascended. Simultaneously, you have other AFC teams like the Indianapolis Colts, like the Denver Broncos, like the Chargers, that are also ascending. So the Dolphins have stayed at the same level, or really, they have gotten worse over the last 3 years. Meanwhile, other AFC teams that were already better than the Dolphins, like the Ravens, have stayed the same. And other AFC teams that were worse than the Dolphins, like the Broncos, like the Colts, like the Chargers, they have gotten better. So if you are a Miami Dolphins fan, you want better, you deserve better, and you need better. And at the end of the day, Tua's skill set, it is limited. He is a brainiac. He is cerebral, but he does not have the athleticism to extend plays when you have to go off script. When you play the Atlanta Falcons and everything is on script and the Falcons don't get any pass rush, Tua can cook. But the moment things go off script, Tua cannot cook. And we live in a day and age of quarterback, of the Lamar Jacksons, of the Drake Mays, hell, of the Bo Nixes, of quarterbacks that are dual threat and they can cook when things go off script. That's why I think Tua has hit his head on the ceiling in Miami. You can consistently win 7, 8 games, 9 games a season. I don't think you're winning 11, 12, 13 or a Super Bowl 2-5.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I don't know how smart he is. Like, you always say how smart he is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everything is like kind of dialed up for him. Mike McDaniel does a good job of moving the defense the way he wants them and get what he wants for the quarterback. But I don't know how good he is. And he's scary. Do you watch him? The guy gets more intentional grounds than anybody. He don't want to get touched. Did you see the play before the half? The play before the half.
Yeah.
Right? They were gonna take a long shot. Anything can happen. It's football. And a lot of times, these guys catch these balls. He didn't even want to get touched.
Yeah.
He falls on the ground. You can't win with a player like that. Not because he's not good enough as a quarterback, but I don't see no heart. It's like, if you're our leader and we're supposed to follow you, I don't see no heart in you. If you're in the huddle and you talking to me, you saying the play in the huddle, right? You looking at all the linemen, the wide receivers, and the running backs, and we're looking at you. We don't believe you. You're not leading us to no drives to win no games. His time in Miami is up. I don't know what we waiting on. What we waiting on? The same way you felt about Tua when you drafted him, you didn't want him. I see the same thing. The only difference is he's not making them easy plays with them skilled positions he had. Giving the ball to Tyreek Hill, let him do all the real work. The truth.
Yeah, no, it was a very
that's
difficult.
That's really embarrassing.
It was really an embarrassing performance today. We got
and he's
the video.
Scary.
Yeah.
You don't think he's scary?
The boo birds came out for him.
Oh my God. Like hot potato. Oh, don't touch me. He looks scary out there.
To me, I don't know if it's much as scary, but if let's be real.
You don't think it's scary?
I'm sitting here with 2-5. I'm going to be real. The quarterback is the leader. The era of cute little small quarterbacks winning like Drew Brees, that's over and done with. Like, if I'm trying to follow you, I want to follow Josh Allen. I want to follow Lamar Jackson. I want to follow Patrick Mahomes. Respectfully, I want to follow Drake May. Hell, I want to follow Justin Herbert. Just off stature. I'm not yet talking about skill set. Y'all know what it is. Alpha males. If everybody walks into a room, we all walk into a room. The biggest, the tallest, the strongest, the most authoritative, or the most accomplished, they're the one getting the respect. If you walk into a room amongst men, it's who's the wealthiest, who might be the tallest, who might be the most fit. Like, that's the one that's commanding the respect. It's the same thing amongst all wolves in an NFL locker room. When I'm in a locker room with the Philadelphia Eagles, Jason Peters is commanding the respect because he's 6'4", he's 335 pounds. Shady's an all-pro, he's commanding respect. Deshaun Jackson, he's flashy, he's the fastest, he's commanding respect. Mike Vick, because he's Mike Vick, he's commanding respect. Those that have that stature or have accomplished something, they're commanding respect.
Good point.
Tua's not commanding any respect. He's small. He's not authoritative. He ain't got no all-pros to his name. He might have a Pro Bowl or two to his name. He gets knocked out way too easily. It's not his own fault, but that's just what it is. So I think the players are a reflection of their leader, and Tua is their leader on the field.
I truly feel, and that's a good way you put it. That was great. But he showed flashes. The difference I feel like back then to now is he had more confidence. When you got more confidence as a player, you just play better. How you go? Now he was real bad early in his career, right?
Yeah.
You get some weapons, you get a new offensive genius type coach, and you start getting confidence. You start making plays. When I watch, I don't see no more confidence because I don't think he's a dog. All right, so I never thought he was a dog, but I did think that it was a point where he had confidence and he was playing like it. I don't see no confidence. I don't see nothing. So if you're not a dog already, you're not super talented. I don't know how smart you really are, and you don't have confidence now.
Yeah.
What else do you have?
Nah, it's tough.
You get what I'm saying?
It's tough, yeah.
Well, before when he had confidence, he still looked like a really good quarterback, or at least solid enough. I'm done with the tour though. Listen, this whole tour, I can't wait for the tour to be over with.
Yeah.
How many more tickets they got left?
I feel you.
Like 5 more games, more than 6? I can't wait for that to be over.
Yeah, it's tough right now. The Boo Birds came out for both Tua and Mike McDaniel tonight. We got this video to show you right here. My thing is, are they binary? Like is it are there two different schools of thought here? Is it one? Are we getting rid of Tua? Are we getting rid of Mike McDaniel? Or are they a package? Because in my opinion,
Why
you got to get rid of.
See, real quick.
All right.
How they a package though? One coach or one person made you better. You didn't make me better. Tua was not like that before McDaniel got there, correct? McDaniel's get there and he looks way better. So why would we get rid of him? I think he's smart. Maybe not as a head coach, but I think he's just. It's just tricky because I think there's some value with McDaniel. I think there's some value there. I think if he gets some real coaches around him, because I don't think he's a head coach, but that's cool. Get you some guys around you that make you look better. I see a lot of coaches they're not really good head coaches, but they got guys around them. I
don't think there's a schematic issue per se, a huge schematic issue with the Miami Dolphins right now. I think they're a little soft.
Yeah.
But I think that might have a lot to do with Tua.
Can I ask you this real quick?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
No shade here.
Yep.
Because I like the brother. Dan Campbell. You think he's a really good coach, right?
He's a tough head coach.
I think he's tough, right?
Yeah, he's tough.
But I don't know if he's like super good.
Of course.
Okay? Because he had some rough years.
Yeah.
He gets the right coaches around him. Now, these aggressive calls he was making that nobody liked, now they love it.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Yeah.
Get some good defensive coordinators with you. Okay. So they can go for the fourth down. They don't get it, but the defense is so good. Okay, then maybe it makes up for it.
Yeah.
You get Ben Johnson there, and you see how that thing was rolling. So all I'm saying is, you get you a good coach, and you get coaches around him, they look better.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Let's talk about McDaniel, because I got a lot of thoughts. You got a clip for us,
Yeah,
Care Bear. Play the
I'll let you
clip.
guys see the clip.
It positively impacts the defense. 3rd and 17.
Look at this.
More of him looking scared.
So what won't do with that? He's scared as hell.
Would have been stopping.
Oh, shit, you take it.
And the crowd has just about had it.
Now, how you doing, Mike?
Here's my thing. McDaniel has to go too.
You think so? Him too?
McDaniel has to go too, because it's cool being smarter than you until you punch me in my face. Then my intelligence is irrelevant.
Explain that.
Mike McDaniel's brilliant. Like you said, I think he's brilliant.
Smart, bro.
But I think the Dolphins play a soft brand of football.
They do.
Former Dolphins players have said it. Deshaun Elliott, when he left and went to the Steelers. Analysts have said it. You watch it, you can tell. They play a soft brand of football. You cannot win championships or a championship being soft. Eventually, you got to go punch somebody in their face. Eventually, you got to run through a mother sucker's face mask. Eventually, you got to go try to draw blood from somebody. And the Dolphins do not play a draw blood brand of football. The Dolphins play a I will outsmart you brand of football. I respect that. I was a smart player. But eventually, Acho, you just got to tackle Shady in the hole. Your intelligence can't save you anymore, big dog. All them books you read can't save you anymore, big dog. Eventually, you got to strike Jason Kelce, shed Jason Kelce, and go make a one-on-one tackle. And all that smarts and all that checking here and checking there and all that film that you got to watch before the game, it's irrelevant for you.
That makes sense, yeah.
The Dolphins play a brilliant brand of football, and it works when you have Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and A-Chain and Raheem Mostert back in the day when he led the league in touchdowns. But eventually, you just got to go run through the guy.
Because I'm watching A-Chain. I'm like, damn, I don't know how many teams he could play for. Everything to the sideline, everything's like fast. It's like, it reminds me of the NFL, like, but Oregon.
Yes.
Nothing real physical.
Well said.
And you see Oregon play against some tough dudes, they lose. But I will say this, though. If McDaniel's job is to put points up, cool. Get a physical-ass defense. Get a physical D coordinator. You picking up what I'm putting down?
Of course.
So if your job, maybe it is a little soft, it's pretty soft. But if you putting up points, get a gangster defense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now that's the physical part of it. It can work.
But here's my problem, though, is coaches like players that remind themselves of them. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like coaches love players that remind themselves of them. The Dolphins 2-5, they had dogs. Jalen Ramsey, let him out the building. They had dogs. Minka Fitzpatrick, let him out the building and had to go back for him back. They had at least physical dogs. Deshaun Elliott plays the game. You know this, Care Bear. You watch him back in Texas. Deshaun Elliott plays the game like a dog. Like, they've had dogs.
Brandon
but because
Jones.
their coach doesn't value dogs, they let the dogs walk. Meanwhile, Dan Campbell, he might not value intelligence. He valued dogs. Aiden Hutchinson, a dog.
Yeah.
Them white boys at linebacker, Rodriguez is hurt. He coming back.
Anzalone.
Dog. Anzalone.
Yeah.
Dog. The other one, Jack Campbell.
Jack Campbell's a dog.
David Montgomery. Dog.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Dog.
He a receiver and he a dog.
Nah, he a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, Dan Campbell has acquired
The
a
whole offensive
roster.
line.
Thank you, Shady.
Yeah.
Dan Campbell has acquired a roster that reminds himself of him. Dogs. Mike McDaniel has acquired a roster that reminds himself of him. All your receivers are your height. They might be great, but they 5'10". 5'10". Running backs your size. They might be fast, but they 5'10". Before A-Chain was Mostert. Mostert, my dog. I was with him when he was on practice squad in Philly in 2014.
Wow.
They all
like
small
speed.
cats.
But why? But if I'm
D tackles. Christian Wilkins, first round pick, was a good player back in the day for them. He's an undersized D tackle. All of their players are they're linebackers. They're smaller than me, and I've been retired for 8, 9, 10 years now. So the Dolphins players are reflections of the coach. And though their coach is smart and the coach might be athletic and agile, they're all small guys.
But if you bring and that's a good point. But if you bring a gangster D coordinator in there, right, and the GM, they work that out what they like on defense.
Yeah,
let them do that. Like Andy Reid, I mean, he's one of the greatest coaches. I think he's the greatest coach. But on defense, like he made little check marks, but he ain't really over there what's going on with the defense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Spags entire side of the
ball.
ball.
Jim Johnson doing that.
Yeah.
Who else he had that was over there? Sean McDermott, he took over after him. Like now he got Spags. I'm sure he'll be going there, hey, what you like on defense? Okay, cool. Check mark. Having. It's nothing wrong with like having good and great coaches
having a great staff
you.
around you. Yeah.
And
that way it takes some of the pressure off. And like, look, you focus offense because in Andy Reid, he never really spent time with the defense.
Yep.
Y'all good over there?
Yep.
Cool. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
You gotta have a dominant offense.
Yeah.
The issue with me, though, is not about the staff. It's about what's the roster look like. I'm with Shady wholeheartedly. Mike McDaniel probably should have tried to get Robert Saleh before Saleh went back to Shanahan.
You see what I'm saying?
But here's what y'all got to remember.
And Saleh might say, I like these type of linebackers. I like these type of...
Who's the Ravens DC? He a dog. Anthony Weaver was the D-line coach. Who the Dolphins DC? Anthony Weaver was the D-line coach for the Ravens when the Ravens had, I think, the #1 defense in football under Mike McDonald.
Yeah.
Weaver, first off, just look at him. Look like he about that action.
Yeah,
just off GP. Yeah. Secondly, he had the #1 defense with the Baltimore Ravens, and he was coaching them trenches. He was coaching them dogs. He was coaching them out of PK.
Yeah.
I think that was Clowney's 9 or 10 sack season. Like, Anthony Weaver is he a bad man.
But do we know if he's a dog? He got dogs playing for him, but do we know
I'll say this. Okay. Weaver came out and said, oh, y'all got to watch a quote. Weaver came out and said after the Dolphins started off like 1-3 or 1-4, he said, so many of our problems could be fixed with violence. Close quote.
Yeah, he a dog. Yeah.
That's the dog mentality.
Yeah.
Like, don't take my word for
what
it.
he
I try not to lie to y'all. Don't take my word for it.
And he got the ball head.
He got the ball head.
I'm scared of any. Yeah.
He said so many of our problems could be fixed with violence.
Yeah.
And that is true. Half the time, defensive issues just go knock somebody out.
Yeah.
He probably
I already know he violently bald-headed.
He probably single. He bald-headed. Ain't tall. He probably single.
So
Yeah.
I say all
he
that
hates the world.
I say all of that to say, like, the Dolphins need players that are built like that. You can't go assign a bunch of achos. You can't win with a bunch of achos.
Yeah.
You respond to. I remember when I went to Texas, Care, bro. I hate telling on myself like this.
I remember.
Matt Brown was like, "Hey, you need some Sam and Emmanuel achos, but you need a couple dudes that play with reckless abandon. You need a couple Kenny Vaccaros.
Yeah.
You need a couple Sergio Kendalls.
Yeah.
You need a couple dudes that might not be academic All-Americans, but they'll go run through somebody and run themselves
You
unconscious.
need some crash outs.
You
For sure.
absolutely
you
do.
definitely need some crash outs.
You
on the
can't
football
win the
field.
game with a whole bunch of small, fast guys,
Yeah.
Dolphins. And that's what you're realizing in real time.
It's fair. I think that's fair.
We got-
before. Oh yeah, we got some crazy
I'm
super
sure
chats. I'll
The
let you get to
super
it.
chats are
Talk about
going.
340 back out of the game
Oh,
too, bro.
bruh, hilarious.
What a show.
Hilarious. So King Drewski said, not gonna lie, with the way AFC and North going, the Ravens don't need a winning record. They just need to be first. Then we got Jonathan Henry again, says, someone check if the Browns traded Dylan Gabriel to the Dolphins because I can't tell the difference.
Oh wow.
Tall up 340. Our resident comedian in the chat said, damn, baby, turn around and make that Tua clap for me.
Y'all are crazy, bro.
He get wild though.
Oh, my God.
He probably was one of the dudes in school, like,
Didn't do no homework.
but it's funny as
The
hell.
kept you laughing all day. Constantly kicked out of class. Josiah said, you know what? I can't get over is Tua saying he can't see over the O-line, but Brock can dish and dash, and I can't even imagine what he sees. I asked the chat, can the Ravens make it to the Super Bowl? 56% of the chat said no.
Okay.
We got another $10 super chat from Emmanuel who said, I keep hearing he's done with the Dolphins. You guys don't think he's done in the league?
No. Tua. Hell.
He done as a starter.
He might be done as a starter.
Why would you want that little guy, that little arm?
The dilemma
Who's
is,
taking on that contract?
He's making up. He's bingo. He making
Yeah.
so much money. He ain't finna be. He probably not even gonna be done in Miami.
But
'cause how
I'm
much money
saying,
he
who
making.
would want him as the starter? Little guy, little arm, little hands, scared to get touched, get hit.
Wow.
Concussion background. I'm being serious.
I mean, Shady's.
I'm talking like a GM.
Nah, I hear you.
Yeah,
I hear
Shady,
you.
that's actually true.
that's true.
You get on the
That's
podium,
actually
you blame everybody, and you talk about what's going on in the locker room to the freaking media.
That's actually
What?
true.
That's like a sin.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to say this. I've said it multiple times. To get up on the podium and say, I can't do half the things Josh Allen can do.
Yeah.
I do not want that as my QB1. I'm with you on that, Shady.
Yeah,
on,
for
dog.
sure.
That's real.
Yeah, he might still be there. I don't know.
He
It's
will because of the
nasty,
money.
yeah.
But the Dolphins fans,
don't know, though.
you're stuck. You're stuck.
You're stuck. You really are stuck.
Imagine a girl, she moving on from a guy. He's like, oh, your ex-boyfriend did what? I probably can't do none of that type of things. Huh?
Yeah.
You think she gonna stay?
Yeah.
Wow, you left that? I can't do none of them things he was doing. Huh?